Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good night whenever you are watching this. Welcome to the live. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about overcoming laziness and procrastination. So if it's your first time on one of these lives or you're watching the rebroadcast later on, my name is Sarah Roxanne Watson and I'm a Toronto-based entrepreneur and speaker. And on these lives, we talk about business, entrepreneurship. We go into things like setting goals and achieving them, personal development, just to name a few. I hope that these lives help you to achieve those goals, push past any kind of fears or doubts or anything that you might have, and really step into your potential and the best version of yourself for 2020. So that is my mission in terms of doing these lives. So thank you so much for joining me. And as you can see in the comments, everyone's saying hello and good morning. Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Remember, when you jump on the live, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. And today's topic is brought to you by you. So remember, the topics that I talk about, it's always stuff that you guys are asking me about. I want to make sure that I give you as much value as possible. So if at any time during the time you're watching this and you have a question, feel free, pop it in the comment section. Or if you have a topic that you'd love for me to discuss, comment section again, because I do go back and I read them all. I got a few of you who specifically asked how to overcome laziness, procrastination, and accountability. And it got me thinking, because one thing I'm going to tell you guys right now, procrastination and laziness is not really the problem. Yes, I said it, it's not the problem. Procrastination and laziness is not a problem. It's a symptom of a problem. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a healthcare professional. So in life, in my work, I'm always getting people coming in with certain things, and I always look at the full picture. So they give me all the symptoms, all the things that they're feeling physically, and I break that down and think, okay, well, why are they feeling this? So understand that your procrastination or your quote-unquote laziness, it's not the actual problem. So in this video, I'm hoping to shed some light so that you can really take a step back and figure out, okay, what is the problem? Why am I procrastinating? Because the question really isn't how do I overcome procrastination or how do I overcome laziness? It's why am I procrastinating? Why do I feel lazy? Like, we gotta change the questions. We gotta change the way we ask ourselves questions, because understand that in your process of growing, becoming the best version of yourself, you have to get out of this mindset where you say things like, I am lazy, or, oh, I'm so lazy, or, oh, I don't have talent, or whatever. Don't speak those kind of things on yourself. I don't care how lazy you might feel in the moment. Laziness is just a feeling. It's not who you are, right? So don't attach I am lazy to you at all. Don't do that, right? So what we want to do instead is ask ourselves in that moment, okay, why do I feel so lazy? Like, I don't really feel like doing anything. Why? Why do I feel this way? Because, like, geez, 2018 and parts of like the beginning part of 2019 and previous, I had my moments when I was just like, I would say the same thing. I'd be like, oh, man, I'm so lazy. I'm not getting anything done. Da, 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 da. And over time, I had to really take a step back and ask myself, okay, so why am I not taking action? Why am I not doing the things that I say I'm going to do? Procrastinating. It's more than just me feeling lazy. There's a reason for it. And there's a lot of different studies and a lot of different articles that you can read that go into detail about this. But I specifically want to talk to, let me see, two kinds of people that are watching this live right now, okay? So, you're either A, the person who says, I'm lazy, or I feel lazy, or you're constantly procrastinating or whatever, because one, you are overwhelmed. Believe it or not, a lot of the times, one of the reasons why we sometimes put things off, or we don't get anything done, or we don't get as much done as we would like to, it's because we've been doing so much and we rarely take a moment to just chill, that when we finally do chill, because society tells us we're supposed to be busy, 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 go, 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 when we finally stop, we actually feel guilty for not doing anything or not working. When that moment, you need to be present, right? You need to be present and take care of yourself. That time that you're not doing anything, you are doing something. It's just not the stuff you're usually doing, all the work and the school and all the studying and the research and all of that stuff. You're taking time to take care of yourself. So you aren't being lazy, you're actually being very proactive. It's called self-care. Called self-care. So in our society, we're very used to people always doing something. You check social media, someone's traveling here, they're opening this business, they're starting that program, they're starting that project, they're going out with friends, they're doing this, they're doing that. It's very rare you see someone on social media they just take a picture and they're just chilling. They're always doing something. And then in this society of like hustle, grind, hustle, go, go, go. Oh man, I forgot to put my phone on silent. 1 second, guys. There we go. So in this culture that we're in now, where it's like you're supposed to be doing something, if you're not busy, if you're not doing something, we just automatically put this label on it as you're being lazy. And it's like, no. I am one of those people, let me tell you right now. When I'm working, I am working. Like, I will forget to eat. I will forget to shower. I am so focused, I am just like, go, go, go. That's me when I'm working, okay? But when it's time to rest, oh, you better believe Sarah can relax. I can put up my feet and I can chill and do absolutely nothing. Now, back in the day, I used to feel guilty for it. I would literally, after like a whole week of working super, super hard, or weeks or months of working really hard, I would take a day off and I wouldn't do any like quote unquote work, right? And all throughout the day, instead of me just being present and relaxing, I'm here thinking about the fact, oh man, I'm not getting nothing done. I've been laying here watching Netflix for the last 3 hours and blah, blah, blah. And in that moment, it does you a disservice because you're not even getting a chance to enjoy the moment that you have for yourself because you're feeling guilty because you're not working. Trust me, I know where you guys are coming from. I know the feeling. I have been there, okay? So it's time to change the narrative. We're no longer going to say, I'm lazy. We're gonna ask ourselves, so in the moment, again, you guys know how I am. I give you actual steps, actual action that you can take. So in that moment when, you're at home or wherever you are, and in your mind, you're thinking that you should be doing X, Y, Z. And you sit there and you get that thought that, oh man, I'm such a lazy little bum. The side note, I hope that in that moment when you're saying you're lazy, you're not scrolling through like Instagram or Facebook and seeing everybody doing this, that, and the third, and then thinking that you're lazy because you're just sitting on your couch just relaxing. So just keep that in mind, okay? So in that moment, when you're saying to yourself, I am lazy, change it and ask yourself, why do I feel lazy right now? Because that's all it is. It's a feeling. It comes and it goes. So it's a feeling. So be present in it. Ask yourself, why are you feeling it? Some of the reasons I would feel lazy or just feeling like I'm not getting enough done is because at the time I didn't have a clear vision as to where I was going or the things I was trying to achieve. So I was doing a lot, but I wasn't doing a lot of things to move me in the direction of my purpose and my vision, right? So there were days when I would feel like, oh, I just feel lazy, I don't really want to do anything. And then when I really took a step back and looked at it, it's because I really wasn't passionate about what I was doing in the first place. I'd lost that, like, what would I call it? Yeah, I'd lost that, like, oof. You know, I lost that. I wasn't really sure where I was trying to go, and it wasn't until I got clear about my vision that I came to recognize that, okay, it's not laziness per se that I'm feeling. I'm just tired. You can be mentally tired just as much as you can be physically tired. You can be emotionally tired. You can be spiritually tired and drained, okay? It's all a form of tiredness, and sometimes that is what you're actually feeling, and you're labeling it as being lazy because you actually just want to sleep and rest because you haven't been taking care of yourself and resting, right? Go ahead and comment below if there's any specific time that you notice. Now that I've mentioned this, do you notice you being lazy, and what steps are you now going to take? Put it in the comment. Is there a particular action that you're going to start taking now? Leading into the next part, the procrastination action. Taking action sometimes is that very thing you need to break out of that lazy feeling. Okay, so Dee Dee says that that's so true. We always forget self-care and feel guilty if we're not doing anything. Yes, definitely. And you know what? It's a societal thing because we're in that culture nowadays where people are just go, 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 go. If you actually stop for a moment, people judge you like, oh, you're not working, you're not this, you're not that. And it's like, there's a time to work and there's a time to play. I'm a firm advocate in working your ass off. Let me tell you that, okay? I am not about that sit back and let things come to you kind of thing. Yes, you gotta visualize, law of attraction, all that stuff, the mental, yes. But while you're doing all of that, you gotta take action too. But you also have to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, especially mentally and emotionally, the physical part of you is just going to continue to break down till eventually you're going to end up in the hospital or wherever, and you can't do the work that you want to do anyways. You can't have the impact you want to have because now you've given so much and you've forgotten to replenish. I saw a what was it? It was a post on Facebook, and I thought it was perfect. It was a picture, and in the picture it showed like a phone, and you could tell that like the battery was almost dead, right? So it was like on red. And then it showed a woman beside it, and she was also on red. And the caption basically said, you wouldn't let your phone die, basically, right? You wouldn't leave your phone on red. You would charge it, right? When you see that it's time to charge it, you plug it in. So why don't you do that for yourself? Why don't you recharge your battery? Why don't you take a step back and take care of yourself, you know? Like, we take so much time and energy taking care of our homes, our cars, all kinds of things. But so often we forget to take care of one of the most important things, which is our whole selves. And I'm not just talking about your physical body, your mental, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, and financial health. Like, all of it is one. Next part of this is so procrastination. Someone had mentioned in the comments that the last time, how do you overcome procrastination? So it kind of goes into what I was saying earlier with laziness, okay? Now, procrastination happens as a result of something, okay? You're not just procrastinating for no reason. And There are a few like big reasons why people procrastinate. So I'm gonna break it down a little bit. One of the reasons why you may procrastinate, and let's just get this clear. I've read a lot of studies too, and they were also saying that procrastination in this culture sometimes is needed because we're constantly go all the time. It is necessary to maybe put something off till the next day so that you can take care of your health, your mental health, and your physical health, and all that. So there are times when it's okay to put something off till the next day or next week or whatever. That's why prioritizing is really important. But here's the thing. You can't prioritize the important tasks versus the not so like right now important stuff if you don't have a vision. If you don't have a vision for your life, the person you want to become, the life you want to live, the contribution you want to make to the world, the kind of work you want to do, it's going to be really hard. You're not going to know when to say no to things, when to put off things, or when to make sure you get certain things done like right now. So one of the first things I would tell anybody to do is really sit down and get clear. What do you want? Who do you want to be? And how do you want to contribute? When you know these things, it's much easier. So, for example, when I got clear as to the life I wanted to live and the person I wanted to be and the way I wanted to contribute to the world, it became easier for me to, prioritize things. So when someone would ask me, hey Sarah, you should do this, or hey Sarah, would you do this with me? Right away, my first thought would be, okay, is this moving me in the direction of the life I want to live? Is this helping me become the person I want to become? Is it helping me to contribute the way I want to contribute? And if the answer was no, and it wasn't something I was really interested in, I would decline. I would say, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. It's even like when Fahad contacted me, reached out, and we were talking about me doing lives every week on his page. And again, I asked myself the same question. Am I able to be the person that I want to be, contribute the way I want to contribute, and live the life I want to live? And it was a yes. So doing these lives every week with you guys, it was a no-brainer for me. I prioritize them because this is the path that I want to be on, right? This is the path that I've created for myself. So anything that's in line with it, I am all for it, right? So even when I feel tired, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. So even if I feel tired, I want to sleep in, or I want to whatever, I get up and I show up because, again, my vision is clear. So it's easier to get the things that you want to get done when your vision is clear about what it is you are actually trying to do with your life and what you want to achieve, right? Reading another comment here. Dee Dee says, that's why there's a lot of mental breakdown and a lot of fatigue, because we never give ourselves time to rest. Like you said, we never leave our phones to die out. Exactly. So when it comes to procrastination, you have to sit down and ask yourself the same question you did when you were feeling lazy. Why do I want to put this off? Right? Say, for example, let's use a good one. So YouTube. Say that you really want to start a YouTube channel. You've been thinking about it for a while. You watch YouTube all the time and you've really been thinking about it. So you are kind of doing the research and whatever, and one day you get up and you said that you were going to create a video today so that you could post it, I don't know, tomorrow or this week or whatever. But then when it's time for you to actually get up and do the video, you procrastinate. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Or maybe you get up in the morning and you say, I'm gonna do that later. And then Later comes, it's like afternoon now, you still haven't done the video. Keep putting it off, keep putting it off. Now it's nighttime, you still haven't done the video. And now it's pretty much time you're gonna go to bed and you're like, you know what? It's okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. When you get to that place where you're frustrated because now it's been like a week or 2 weeks and you still haven't put a video up on YouTube yet, you have to ask yourself, okay, why did you keep putting it off every day? And one of the main reasons people procrastinate and put things off like that is because, one, the task that they're trying to do is big for them, right? And they see the big task and it overwhelms them. So, like I said in previous videos, we are designed to seek comfort, okay? Your body is designed, your physical body is designed to seek pleasure, comfort. It literally runs away from pain and discomfort, right? So in that moment, when you say to yourself, hey, I gotta create this video to put up on my YouTube channel so I can actually start doing this thing, you automatically, whether you notice it or not, you start to feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is a signal, and that signal creates more procrastination, more putting it off, because you're afraid, you're overwhelmed. Now you have to break it down and ask yourself, okay, is it overwhelmed? Let me break down all the steps, all the little things I need to do in order to make my first YouTube video. So, using myself as an example again, when I started my YouTube channel, that first video was really hard to put out. And I remember I kept making all of these like silly excuses like, oh, it's not the right time, it's not the right day, da 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 da. And then one day I literally sat down and I said to myself, Sarah, if you never actually put out a video, the channel is just gonna be nothing. A year's gonna go by, 2 years are gonna go by, just start it. So I literally, at the time, I didn't have a camera, okay, because I had this notion, I was like, oh, if I had a nice camera, it would be better. So I didn't have a camera, and what else? I used my cell phone at the time. I think it was an LG or something. I used my cell phone and I went to the park because at the time, I can't remember, was it the park? Was it the park? Yeah, I think it was the park. So I think that very first video, I was sitting at like on a park bench and I didn't have like anything proper or whatever. I just set up my phone on the table of the park table, whatever, the bench, and I just started talking. I didn't know how to introduce myself. I really didn't know specifically every single thing I wanted to touch on, but I knew what my first topic was going to be about, right? So I just started talking, and my intuition at some point said, okay, good, I got it out, perfect, and I finished it. The next goal was now to actually go and edit the video so that I could put it online. And of course, you'll find sometimes you'll start to procrastinate during every step, right? So I was starting to procrastinate with the editing of the video part. And when I really thought about it, the reason why I was procrastinating on editing the video is because I knew that once I edited it, I'd have no excuse for not uploading it. And at the time, I was afraid to upload it because what I was talking about was so personal. I was afraid that people might judge me or take it the wrong way or whatever. So you gotta break down and figure out, why are you procrastinating in the first place? Because it isn't just you feeling lazy or whatever. It's more than that. There's a bigger problem. So the procrastination and the laziness is a symptom. The problem is that maybe you're afraid that people might judge you. Maybe you're afraid that you'll mess it up. Maybe you're afraid that you'll fail. Maybe you're afraid that you'll do it and look stupid. There's lots of reasons, but when you can identify the specific reason as to why you're not doing something, it really helps. because now you can, when you know what the problem is, you can solve it. It's kind of like in my practice when clients come in and they have pain. I'm always trying to get to the bottom of why they have the pain. They come in because they want the pain to go away, and I'll help them do that. But I'm focusing more on, okay, what is causing the pain in the first place? Because if we can figure out what that problem is and solve it, the pain goes away. Procrastination is just a signal, okay? It's just a signal that there's a deeper thing going on inside of you and you need to address it. And I'm not saying that you addressing it is gonna be a, how would I put it? A one-time thing. You might have to get up every day and address it till you form the habit. Because laziness, let me tell you this right now. Laziness is a habit. You learnt it. You learnt that habit over time. So if it's a habit and you can learn habits, you can unlearn or you can break them. But the same way that you learned the habit or created the habit through repetition is the same way you have to break it, through repetition. So what do you have to do? You have to every day, when you're feeling that moment of laziness, and unless it's you just physically being really tired and it's a sign that you need to just take a break and relax, take care of yourself. If it's not that, and it's the laziness that comes with fear of doing something and all that stuff that I just mentioned, I want you to stop and take a step. Do one thing. One thing. So back to the YouTube channel example. You're feeling lazy, you're procrastinating, you're putting off creating the video. You say, I don't know what to talk about, blah, blah, blah. So do one thing. Go online and research topics, ideas, YouTube video ideas. Or if you're like me and you like to write down any ideas that come to your head as to things that you want to do in your video. Just write it down. Just take a step. Instead of going to lay down. Instead of scrolling through social media. Instead of watching a movie or going on Netflix or whatever. Just take an action, take a step, right? Every time you practice that, you're retraining yourself. You're forming a new habit. It's gonna take time. You're gonna fall off. You're gonna fail. It's okay. You get up the next day and you keep going. You get up the next day and you keep going. Until eventually it becomes so second nature to you that you don't even have to think it. The moment you recognize yourself being lazy or procrastinating because you're afraid or because you're anxious, or maybe, like someone said, the fear of the unknown, anything like that, you will immediately be like, oh, okay, take action, take a step. Because that's just your body trying to protect you from what it deems as dangerous or discomfort. It's just a mechanism. You can break it. I want you to make yourself this promise. I don't want you to promise me anything. I want you to promise you something. I want you to promise yourself that whatever you didn't get to do this week, whatever you said you were gonna do but you didn't, it's okay. It's okay that you didn't get it done, okay? Let it go. Stop feeling guilty that you didn't do all the things that you said you wanted to do. You had a whole list and you didn't get to do it all. Let it go. It's in the past, you're holding on to it and it's not serving you. Let it go. Fine. You said you were gonna do that, you didn't do it. You said you were gonna go there, you didn't go. Okay. It's done. Get over it. It's done. I want you to promise yourself, though, that tomorrow you're going to take a step in the direction that you want to go. And if that means that today you need to sit down and really take a moment by yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I really want? Take some alone time. Take that time to really question it. What do I really want for myself? Who do I want to become? Who do I want people to like describe me as when they hear my name? What do I want them to say about me? What kind of life legacy do I want to leave behind? Ask yourself that. And then tomorrow, tonight you go to sleep, whatever, tomorrow you take a step in that direction. Write down all the different things that you think you could do, okay? Even if you're not sure how. You don't have to know how right now. Don't worry about the how. Just write down all the things that you think you could do. And tomorrow you wake up and you look at that list and you do one of them. One at a time. You don't climb the mountain by going leaps and bounds. You don't climb a mountain, you don't get to the top of the mountain easy. Some people might. Yes, you'll see people taking the helicopter to the mountain. You might be like, man, I wish I had a helicopter. But what's that gonna do for you? Wishing you had it easier? How's that gonna help you though? It's not. So see them in the helicopter and wish them a safe trip. You focus on you. And if you're at the bottom of the mountain and you see this massive mountain and it's overwhelming and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I can't do this, I'll do it tomorrow. No. Stop yourself in that moment. And all you have to do, stop looking all the way up at the top of the mountain. Look down at your feet. Take a step. Just one step. Form that habit of always taking one step. One more step. One more step. By the time you realize it, you're already halfway up the mountain. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, okay? To break the habit of laziness, you have to form a habit of action. Take one action and keep taking it every day, till eventually you don't even have to push yourself to do it anymore. It just happens. You guys have everything you need to do the things that you want to do and to do them well. You just have to believe in yourself and take action and stop beating up yourself every time you don't do something. And stop comparing yourselves to people on social media, okay? Stop doing it. Thank you so much. Have an amazing, amazing day and week. And keep pushing. You guys are awesome. Don't forget that.